Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to L Dubs Boxing. We back with another one. So, this one right here, we're just gonna talk some boxing. I'm gonna open up the panel. If you guys want to hop on, feel free to hop on. Keep it respectful, all that good shit. We're gonna talk boxing, but I want to talk about the some wish lists for boxing for 2023 or anything else. You know what I'm saying? Got about an hour so we can chop it up. So feel free to tap in. Before I do that, I want to salute everybody coming through the building. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. Feel free to drop a comment in the chat or on the playback. Feel free to drop a comment. And I'm saying it's all good. Or you can follow me on my social media, Twitter @OverJ, Instagram @LDoesBoxing. It's all good. So we can get to it, man. Open it up. So we can talk this boxing. OTB in the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute to you. Marlon King Boxing, I appreciate you, bro, with the super sticker. I appreciate that, bro. Salute. Joseph Brown in the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute. My man JC. What's up, JC? Salute to you. My bro Ali in the building. What's good with you, Ali? Salute. Override in the building. What's up, man? Salute to y'all coming through. So we're gonna post it, man. Feel free to tap in with your boy. But no, we just listen, so my wish list, though, I mean, of course, we want to see all the top fights that we didn't get this year. Far as this year, though, 2022, it's been a good year of boxing, real talk. I mean, we got a lot of good fights. I know it's only one fight that we didn't really get this year, and that's, of course, Spence and Crawford, but we got Undisputed all over the place, Charlo versus Castano. We got Undisputed at 118. The women, they've been getting it in this year. They had a lot of good fights, and they really been taking the lead on this boxing shit by fighting the best. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of stuff to be desired, but this year been good though. You know what I'm saying? You got to nitpick and find little stuff. Now I know a lot of boxing fans don't follow everything in the sport of boxing, but you know what I'm saying? So they probably like certain stuff, they don't like other stuff, so it's all good. But my wish list, though, I got a couple of things that I do want to see, though, like the top three for me. And if you guys come to the building, y'all can feel free to drop yours as well. But I got a couple of them, man. The first one, I want to see Jermell Charlo fight 3 times this year. Jermell Charlo undisputed at 154. We know he's coming back January 28th versus Tim Tszyu. So that right there gives him an opportunity to fight 3 times a year, and he got mandatory. So I just seen last weekend. I seen his IBF mandatory. It was off TV, and I seen he come out with a boxing scene article. He said that Charlo don't want to fight him. So maybe if he beat Tim Tszyu next month, he can fight Mutazaliev in the hometown fight. I mean, remember, Charlo haven't had a hometown fight as a champion. You know what I'm saying? Ever since he's been champion, he haven't had a hometown fight. Serrano and Katie was probably the craziest event. Yeah, it was. That was a good one. That was a good fight. It was a good card too. That probably maybe the fight of the year. I like the Carissa Shields and Savannah Marshall event because Alicia Baumgartner and Maya, they sold that fight. That's probably the best promoted fight of the year. You know what I'm saying? They promoted the hell out of that shit. So that was a good one though. But this was good too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Charlo. So I'm thinking January versus Tim Tszyu, mid-year June, maybe June versus Mutazaliev, the IBF mandatory, who's been mandatory for like 3 years, going on 4 years. You know what I'm saying? That man William in the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute to you. So I'm thinking for him to get 3 fights, he can get those mandatories out the way. You know what I'm saying? What's good, bro? Salute.
Yo, what's good, L Dub? The law, what's good?
What's good, man? What you got on this?
Yo, dog, I just came in to show you respect, man. And the longest time I've known you on YouTube, you've always been a genuine boxing head, and I learned a lot from you. And you know what? I don't got nothing on that because I'm looking at the season as over. It's boxing season over, but I'm looking forward to 2023, man. And I'm hoping we get all the fights we get. And I appreciate your content. That's what I'm calling it.
Oh man, all love, man. I appreciate you coming through with that super sticker earlier too, man. Much appreciated.
I watch, bro.
I appreciate you, bro, for sure.
All right, one.
I mean, y'all good.
I'm on the battery. I'll talk to you later,
Yeah,
bro.
I agree. All right. Yeah, that was my man, Marlon King Boxing. I appreciate you coming through. He said Alicia brought them belts back to Detroit. Yeah, she did. She should be back February the 4th, bro. But I'm not sure if she's gonna get undisputed. But she may have she might have another fight on the undercard of Serrano versus Erica Cruz. That's another undisputed fight in 126. You know what I'm saying? Women gave us some of the sport's biggest fights. Yo, that's facts, yo. Yeah, Costa Valley. She another one, bro. Like real talk, the women's fight of the year is real closer than you think it is. I know you got Carissa. I would put Carissa up there. Alicia Baumgartner, your Valley, maybe Kaylee Taylor. You know what I'm saying? I would give it to Carissa. I thought she's a women's fighter of the year, but your Valley, she unified at 105, and she went up and beat the unified champion at 108. Like that's some good shit right there. My man DB in the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute, salute. Serrano and Cruz. Yeah, that's a good one. That's coming up February the 4th at MSG. We should have Richardson Hitchens on that card. You got a good fight, a step up fight for Rashid Maddie. He supposed to be facing Cletus Selden at 140 pounds. That's a good fight. Alicia Baumgartner no, for real. Yo, yeah, for sure. She did her thing and she came from nothing. Oh, excuse me. She came from nothing. She boxed real well against Michaela Mayer. I thought that fight could have went either way, but hey, I give her props, man. And she had an opportunity to be a big star in the sport, and she can beat some of those girls too. Like she can beat Katie Taylor. You know what I'm saying? Even in the rematch, if she fight Michaela Mayer next, she can beat her too. Even go up to 140 and give those girls some good bump. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, no, she had a great year. She even she even went to the WBC convention and you know what I'm saying, got the fight order with Fondora and Tony Harrison because I don't know if y'all watched the WBC convention, they was writing off Tony Harrison. Fondora's promoter was like, man, we ain't heard from Tony. I don't know what he doing. He don't want the fight. And then Alicia Baumgartner took the mic and was like, nah, we want the fight. Tony is getting ready for the fight, this, that, and the third, and he want them to order the fight. So, she had a great year. And she doing commentating and stuff like that. So yeah, overall, shit, that's dope. So speaking of Tony Harrison, shit. So the third fight for Charlo that I would like to see, I got Tim Tszyu, Mutazaliev is IBF mandatory, and then if Tony Harrison and Fondora do fight, I want to see the winner of that face Jamel Charlo at the end of the year. That's 3 fights. I know that's like asking for too much in today's sport of boxing. But I think Mel can do it. Mel is always in shape. You know what I'm saying? I think that would keep him busy. And I know it getting to him because he's not on the pound for pound list. That's crazy. I don't do pound for pound list, but he's definitely a top 10 fighter. If you're going off who the best fighters, he's definitely a top 10 fighter. He cleaned out his division basically. He cleaned out his division. He going on a second round. Like he going on a second lap around the track. You know what I'm saying? My man Tay in the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute to you. Salute, salute. So, man, can y'all imagine Charlo Harrison 3? You know what I'm saying? Trilogy, bro. The way they built up that second fight and the way that's the overall first 2 fights was good. They were sleeping on Tony. Tony boxed his way to a decision. You know what I'm saying? Made people go back and rewatch that fight. And then the second fight was a classic. You know what I'm saying? Both guys had their ebbs and flows. Tony just lost focus, you know what I'm saying, down the stretch and got stopped. But that shit, they can run it back, bro. Like it ain't no fault of losing when you fighting the best. You know what I'm saying? And Tony just came back off a great performance last April. I would favor him to beat Fondora. I think he'll walk him into a lot of good shots, but that will be a tough fight. If his gas tank ain't on point, that's a fight Fondora can win. So yeah, bro. Yeah, it's looking real good. Let me see. So Charlo, that's the first thing. That's my wish list. Charlo fighting 3 times a year. Man, y'all already know I want to see Fulton versus anyway. That's a big one. I'm not sure if it's gonna happen this year, but that's a fight that I want. It's definitely a top 5 fight. And any boxing fans, wish list. If you looking forward to fights that we should get, that's one of them. That may be at the top of the list. I broke that shit down on my channel. Just talk about the ins and outs of it, how we can get it popping, the downfalls and the roadblocks to it. But still, anyway, he's the super champion. So once he vacates 100%, he's going to be the mandatory for Stephen Fulton. We know Fulton already got a fight. So it ain't no ducking. I know people like to throw around that narrative and shit. Ain't no ducking. So anyway, might have to take another fight before he get to Fulton. But that's a hell of a fight. That's a fight I want to see for sure. Definitely on the wish list. And I think it would be. I think they can, if they build it up right, it can be 2, 3 fights. He one of the few champions who has legit came to say he cleaned out the division. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No facts. Charlo and Inoue has a legit claim. So yeah, I'm with you, bro. Charlo, yeah, yep, no, for real. So that's why I want to see him fight 3 times a year. I feel like Um, shoot, if anything, just give the fans or keep yourself active. He only fought 1 time last year, and he really should have fought twice. Uh, in what 2021 after he fought Castano, they're supposed to fight in December. Ran it back, but Castano he went up to damn near 200 pounds. He wasn't ready to fight. So Charlo always ready to fight. So that means I feel like he could do 3 fights. You feel me? But back to Fulton versus anyway, man. Like I don't know who wouldn't want this fight, yo. I mean, this is a great fight. Now, the WBO hasn't ordered this fight yet, but it's looking like it's gonna come. It's gonna come because once anyway step foot and vacate those belts, he's about to do, then they're gonna make him the mandatory, the number one contender, and he's gonna leapfrog Raif Salim, who is number one right now. And they're not stripping though. They're not stripping Stephen Fulton. He can go up to 126, do his fight, come back down, and still try to campaign and defend his title. So he ain't getting stripped. You know what I'm saying? He's just going up to take. That's the really Figueroa 2 is the biggest fight for him. You know what I'm saying? I know anyway is a big fight, but we don't know how he draw over here. We know he a big draw in Japan, but the Figueroa fight is a big fight, and they've been working on that fight for a long time. Like been put out. My man Tay put that out. He got that first. It's supposed to be on the undercard of Spence Crawford November 19th. You know what I'm saying? That was the co-main event. That been crazy. He's saluting Tay. He said anyway has declared soon, so we can build that fight. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So my idea of that is like I know the Fulton PBC, they've been working on the Figueroa fight for a minute. You know what I'm saying? So I mean he said facts, yeah, for sure. So they've been working on that shit for a minute. So it's like, man, they're not gonna just turn that down just because anyway come up to the division. I get the business part of it. You know what I'm saying? My thing is I just feel like that Figueroa fight will always be there. But hey, the cool boy Steph, that dude is a true champion because he's willing to go to 126, fight Figueroa at a weight that he's comfortable at, and be like, all right, I'm gonna go up here and beat you, then I'm gonna come back and get anyway. Like you gotta respect that shit. Okay, you gotta respect that. I mean, hyphen in the building. What's good with you? Salute. Like you gotta respect that shit, bro. Like I don't know how to put it. Any other way to put that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all seen the post fight, my man was he was asking he was asking he was saying, well, I'm struggling to make the weight and blah blah blah. And then my man was like, I'll give you a rematch right now. Fortunately, I'll give you a rematch. He was like, nah, I'm going to 122. I mean I'm going to 126. He was like, I'll fight you right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy. I want to see Tank fight 3 times a year. Uh, yeah, bro. All he did was roll. Yeah, bro. No facts. I think he can do it too. I'm thinking he about to get busy on Hector Luis Garcia. Hector Luis Garcia though can fight though. Not taken away from him. He had a hell of a 2022. He probably up there top 3 fighter of the year for what he did. I give him props. But I'm telling that tape. I've been watching that tape. He get hit with right hands from a southpaw position. If y'all go watch the Aguilar fight, He got dropped by a right hook by a 126 pounder. You know what I'm saying? 122 pounder. A guy that Stephen Fulton beat at 122. You know what I'm saying? He hit him with a right hook in the southpaw stance, two southpaws going at it, and dropped him. That was the fight before he got the Cobra fight. So imagine Tank, Tank punching. So we'll see. But yeah, I think Tank can do January. He said he come back in April. I'm actually think that's gonna be Cinco de Mayo, and then do one at the end of the year. That Figueroa fight will always be there. Plus, Naoya would be much credible win because he just came off undisputed. Yeah, Figueroa just came off a DUI. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm with you on that. I'd rather see the Anyway fight next. I was calling for Anyway versus Fulton before he made the Butler fight. I was like, man, we know he's the best in the division. Now I know Undisputed, it looked good, sounds good, but that Undisputed was probably the weakest one ever. You know what I'm saying? So he could have did without that and still could have been 100. Fulton stopped him to the body early. Yeah, you remember that fight? He stopped him to the body. Yup. Yes, sir. So that's what's up, man. Um, and then another thing, bro, I want to see Undisputed at 112. Listen, that division is heating up too. My man TJ in the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute to you. He said, "How do you think Tank Garcia card look?" I like it. I like the names on it. The matchups might not be all like crazy, crazy, but I like that Demetrius Andrade is back. I like Boost Ennis on the card, even though his opponent, I think he's gonna get him up out of there about 2 rounds. Rashidi Ellis got a tough fight. You got Vito Melnicki on the card, so they're gonna showcase him. Brandon Lee versus Alfredo Santiago. So the card looked decent. They got the Peterson brothers on the undercard. So if you was going to the fight, it's like a whole night full of fights with the Peterson brothers. You know what I'm saying? I think Anthony is fighting Hank Lundy, who's coming off a decent performance versus Shannar Bunch. He gave Shannar Bunch a tough fight. He dropped Shannar Bunch late in that fight. You know what I'm saying? Made it kind of competitive and close. So top to bottom, it may be a good card, definitely. But I'm interested because of the names. There's a lot of good names on there that haven't fought in a while that I'm interested in. You know what I'm saying? And I like Damon Nicholson too. What's up with Tony and Fondora? Man, we probably just waiting on the dates, waiting on the WC to officially order it. Like they ordered a lot of fights, but none of those fights had like a deadline yet. So I'm guessing them guys gonna fight maybe April or something. Maybe you know what I'm saying. It sounds like a good undercard fight for. It sounds like a great undercard fight if for Wilder. If Wilder and Ortiz fight, that's a great undercard fight. Co-main, or maybe he can do his own thing. Oh man, I think it's gonna be next though. He already beat Brandon, so I would prefer him fight anyway. Yeah, me too. I'm thinking that too, bro. It's just the business of boxing, bro. it be getting his own self way, getting in his way because they already was working on this fight. Now that was a surprise fight. Nobody really was asking for, but like I said, a true champion like Fulton was like, I want that fight, and like everything was. Nobody really knew what was happening with Spence and Crawford, and I know in November 19th been out there for a long time, and we didn't know nothing about the undercard, but they said that was gonna be the co-main. Like that would have been crazy. How about Tank Garcia card? Any predictions? I like Tank mid rounds. Uh, I like Boots. I like Boots in like 2 or 3. Rashidi Ellis. I think he outboxes Villa, but he gonna have a tough fight. That kid can punch. He gonna have a tough fight, but I think he gonna box his way to a decision. And I think Andre versus Nicholson is gonna be a typical Andre fight. He probably dropped Nicholson early in the fight. You know what I'm saying? And then he just gonna coast his way to a decision. But Andre got some pressure on him because he gotta look good. He signed a couple fight deal with PBC, so I think he might be going out there and look to be aggressive. Um, Andre haven't been moving in a lot of his fights. He been sitting there in the pocket. He awkward, rangy. He facing a guy, Damon Nicholson, who's been down, but he's a tough guy. He's a local guy, so he ain't coming there to lay down. So I think it'll be a typical Andre fight. I think because Andre don't really lose that many rounds though. You know what I'm saying? So I think yeah, I like Andre in the fight. Vito should win his fight. Uh, Now the fight with Brandon Lee versus Santiago, now that one right there is tricky because Santiago can punch. That's the one who fought Devin Haney and he just had an upset victory over Carl Dargan. He stopped him in the first or second round, so he can punch. He got a lot of confidence, and we seen Brandon Lee. He was hurt, and he was hurt bad by a non-puncher in his last fight. But props to him, he got back up and won the fight. So we'll see. That's a good fight. Probably Brandon Lee win that fight. You like Speedy Ellis and the Villa fight? Yeah, I like him. I like Speedy in that fight. Pivo in the building. What's good with you, bro? But it's gonna be a tough fight though. Villa is strong. 25-1 with 24 knockouts. Yeah, PDH Big Dog in the building. What's good with you, bro? He said I like Tank mid rounds too. Tank versus Southpaws. He's great versus Southpaws. Andre, he said he better be ready. Better be ready at 168. He could slip up. Yeah, it's possible. Been out the ring for a long time. Yeah, the Astrolabio boy, Astro boy, is looking to get his first world title crack. Yeah, that's cool, man. He can go. He got options. He can go WBO or the IBF. I'm thinking. Let me see. It depends. They can mix and match that. You know what I'm saying? He can go the IBF route, face Manny Rodriguez. That might be the tougher fight. But it's some he probably I don't know what he's gonna do. He had the WBO strap, so I would say he'll go that way. Prediction for Caleb versus Benavidez. I like Benavidez in that fight late, but I think it's gonna be competitive. I think Caleb gonna all box him in spots, and it's gonna be up to Benavidez to cut the ring off. Y'all know they getting a bigger ring, so he got to be consistent cutting off the ring, and he got to be responsible coming in because Caleb is a good sharpshooter, good counter puncher, good jab. We'll see who can deal with their emotions in the fight because it's a heated type of contest. I just like Benavidez. I think down the stretch, I think he'll pick it up and maybe stop Caleb playing late. But it can go either way though, and that's a big time fight, bro. I can see Caleb playing boxing 12 rounds, looking nice, catching Benavidez coming in. But I can also see Benavidez breaking him down late. So I just want to see that shit. It's gonna be crazy. Who you like, Franco versus Ioka? This is a 50-50 fight. Now, I edge it to Ioka because I like his activity. He been in the ring long. He been in the ring, been active more. Franco haven't fought in what 16, 14 months since August last year. That's a long time. I think it's going to be very competitive. Both guys are crafty and technicians in the ring. I think Ioka maybe edge it out, but Ioka been having some tough fights too. So I think it's a 50-50 fight. I think it'll go down to the wire, and I will edge it to Ioka down the stretch. I think he'll win a close decision. Plant Benavidez is a great fight. Tough to call. Yeah, no, it is tough to call, man. I know I said that shit with confidence, but real talk, they can go either way. So it is what it is. Yeah, salute. Appreciate you guys coming through. But 112 though, undisputed at 112. We got the formula to get there next year now. Now we got Ben Rodriguez dropping down to 112. He's gonna fight Kristen. I think it's Gonzalez, I believe. He's gonna fight him like in March or April for the vacant WBO. IBF, you got Sonny Edwards, who's the number one guy, I think, in that division right now. He's coming off a solid performance over Felix Alvarado, his IBF mandatory, so no mandatories right now. You got the WBA champion, Artem Dalakanian. He's about to make a defense, his mandatory defense versus David Jimenez. That's January 28th on the Brother BF Anthony Yarde undercard, ESPN Plus. And then you got El Rey Martinez. You know what I'm saying? So, they can get to undisputed quick because Sonny Edwards can get the WBA champion. He go the WBA route, get that winner right there. The winner, if I'm expecting Bam to win, so if Bam win, we can get Bam versus El Rey Martinez, and they can unify, and then the winners can fight a unification sometime next year, late next year. That's what I foresee. You know what I'm saying? That's 2 fights for both guys. Well, 3 fights for some of them, but I think they can get to it, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm looking for. Undisputed at 112. Edwards has consistently called for Jesse. I like that. Yeah, no, yep. Call out Bam. He called out Ray. You know what I'm saying? He called out everybody. He even talked about going up to 115 and fighting Estrada. So I like Sonny Edwards what he talking about. But he got work to do though. I think he got unfinished business at 112, and he got the fights. And that's why I was cool with Bam going back down to 112. Let his brother Joshua Franco do some work at 115, and he go to 112 and handle it. Both of them got work to do. You know what I'm saying? So they were saying Bam was ducking Nakatani, Junto Nakatani and shit, but Junto Nakatani was struggling to make the weight. So yeah, bro. So those my three, bro. There's a lot of other stuff I want to see. I want to see. I want to see some clarity uh, in some of these divisions. Like for real, there's a couple of divisions that need clarity. 140 is dangerous. It needs some clarity too. We got belts. We got some couple of vacant titles about to get cleared up. Jerron's opponent, Shooter Suckers, I don't say his name. He's a former Olympic national champion, but he has little power. I'm hoping a durable. I hope he's durable and challenging. Man, I don't know. I think Boots get him about that 2 or 3 rounds, but we'll see, man. Hopefully, though. Hopefully, but I don't know. We'll see. I seen him fight a couple times. I won't like overly wild or anything. Who you leaning? Beefy Smith or Eubank Jr.? I like Beefy. No, I like Eubank. I like Eubank. I like the fight though. I like Eubank Jr. I think it going. I think the fight gonna look similar to the Liam Williams fight. It's gonna look similar. Um, we know Beefy Smith cut easily. He's moving up to 160, even though he probably should have moved up a couple fights ago. I like his body work. I think he gonna be in trouble if he try to go to the body and be too aggressive because Eubank is a good counterpuncher. So I think Eubank gonna see all the shots coming and probably just try to land 1 or 2 shots at a time. If Eubank getting his jab going, he can make the fight easier for himself. But I can see him just picking. I can see him picking Beefy apart though, like real talk. But I think, of course, Beefy Smith come to fight though, so we'll see. Completely agree. You like Eubank with Roy Jones? I like it though. I like it. You know what I'm saying? I like it. Nonito versus Maloney thoughts. I mean that's a good fight though. It's supposed to be for the vacant WBC title at 118. Once anyway vacates. I like it. It's a good competitive fight right now, especially Donaire is like towards the end of his career, but he still got that left hook. I mean, Maloney is a good workman-like opponent, good body puncher and stuff like that. He gotta be careful with that left hook. You know what I'm saying? So I can see Maloney outworking him, but I can also see Donino stopping him with that left hook, hurting him and getting him up out of there. So I'm gonna ride with Donaire in that fight. And that fight should be coming up too. Hopefully they get that across the line. But they're just waiting on anyway to officially vacate the titles. So yes, sir. But yeah, I think Boston's in a good place though. I mean, um, for a guy like me to watch most of all the fights and be going to the fights, shit, I'm good. I'm satisfied. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of unifications this year. Been crazy. How you see the rematch going for Jack Cat and Jack Calleron and Josh Taylor? I think Josh Taylor gonna dominate this time. I think he's gonna dominate because if we look at the guys, if you look at both guys at the end of that fight, Calleron was going downhill, Josh Taylor was going uphill. He got back in the fight and he showed true war. I think he scored a knockdown or it was Calleron lost a point. I think Taylor gonna get to it earlier. He fuck around and stop Calleron late. But I like Josh Taylor in the fight. Any word replacement opponent for F.A. Ajaba is looking like Stephen Shaw. Stephen Big Shot Shaw, who was on the undercard. He was supposed to face Guido Vanello. Of course, Oscar Rivas fell out. So you might hear that announcement pretty soon. Shaw accepted. We're waiting on F.A. And once F.A. accepted, we got action. We got action. I thought Matchroom card would be announced before Christmas. Yeah. I mean, hopefully we still got what we got one more day, right? uh, yeah, but sure, I already know what's gonna happen. They don't have no cards in January. Matchroom don't have no cards in January that I can recall. So they got February the 4th, Serrano versus Cruz. February the 11th, they got Lee Wood versus Mauricio Lara. March the 11th, they got that's Callum Smith. Callum Smith is coming back March 11th. You got a good fight on that undercard. You got Leon Paro versus Robbie Davis. That's at 140 pounds. Um, and then I think that's it for now. But I know those cards right there, those three. Um, who you like, Adam Lopez or Nova, man? That's another 50-50 fight. I'm rocking with Lopez on some bias type shit. I got to be 100. But the fight is 50-50. They're both moving up to 130. They both need this win. They both really came off of losses. If you've seen Lopez last fight, he really lost that fight. He got dropped twice in an 8-rounder, and he didn't really win. Like he probably won like 2 rounds, 3 rounds tops. So he need this fight. Nova coming off a devastating knockout. He's fighting at home, so maybe the energy from the crowd gonna boost him. I think he's gonna be on his A game because he probably should have never went back to 126. He should have went down there. So he back at his natural weight. Both guys can box. Man, that's gonna be a close competitive fight. I won't be surprised if it's a draw. But I'm rocking with Lopez though. I fuck with Lopez like that. Tyran will try to lock up Shaw after I think they already got him though. They already got him, I believe. So we'll see. He got a couple of fights with them. Probably trying to build to a Jared Big Baby Anderson fight. Any updates on Sabir Matisse versus Jeremiah Ponce? Yeah, that's February the 11th in Minnesota. PBC on Showtime. Done deal. They probably ain't announced it yet, but that fight February the 11th. Stan Jones versus Ortiz. Look forward to that fight in 2023 style. Yeah, that's a good style clash. Yeah, you're right. The battle of the jab. It could, yeah, bro. I agree with you. Both guys got power jabs, consistent power jabs. Um, I would probably say Ortiz is probably the bigger puncher, but Stan Jones is sturdy, strong. He's an Olympian too. So, man, listen, that is a hell of a fight. That look for that maybe. I heard 3 dates for that. I think February the 25th. Hope it's on February 25th. That'd be dope. Because Stan Jones, remember, he was in training camp for the Earl Spence undercard in November. So he should be close to ready to fight. And I heard like March the 11th and March 18th, some shit like that. So we'll see. He said that's official. It's coming. It's coming. You'll see it. When you see it, think about L-Dub. I got you covered. Leon Paro versus Robbie Davis, March 11th in Liverpool. I don't know if you close to Liverpool, but that's the word. He's gonna walk through Davis. I don't know if he's gonna walk through him. I feel you now. And I seen what Paro did in his last fight. He was fighting a guy that moved up in weight. They've been dropped a couple of times now. So I appreciate the first round knockout, but I think that may be an aberration. Robbie Davis, I like the matchup with him and Shane McGuigan. I love that combination. I like Shane McGuigan, one of my favorite trainers. So I think I like Paro in the fight. Maybe to outbox him, but Davis is coming. And Leo Paro is out in Vegas sparring with Hector Luis Garcia for Tank Davis. He said, hopefully a Neri. Yeah, yeah. I hope so too. Now I seen Dan put that out that they still gonna go with that card and let Alexis Rocha be the main event. But yeah, man, that's a good fight, bro. I think this is the last fight on 3 fight deal. Maybe so, but shit, if he win, they probably can't lock him back up. We'll see. If he win, they're gonna try to get him to face Big Baby Anderson though. So yeah, okay, I'm with you, bro. Appreciate you. Appreciate that. He said, my man Steph in the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute to you, bro. Appreciate you. I like Stan Jones in that fight. Ooh wee. That's a good fight. Yeah, I like the Virgil fight. Yeah, it should be a pretty good fight. It should be a real good fight. You think Tim Zoo could pull off the upset over Charlo? Sometimes Charlo too inactive and give away early rounds. Um, it's a possibility, but my man, I don't like his head being in that same line, and he gonna have to deal with what Charlo bringing towards him. What if Charlo push him back? If Charlo is ready to push him back, which he can do, it's a one-sided fight. He gonna mess around and get him up out of there because Tim Tszyu just come forward. Haven't seen Tim Tszyu on the front foot. Now Charlo, I can see him boxing, setting up shots. He gonna see everything Tim Tszyu, throw. I think he gonna stop Tim Tszyu late, but it maybe, what I'm saying. It appears Herkovic has left Shields and returned to Pedro Diaz down in Florida, the Cuban coach. Yeah, I remember him. Yeah, Big Shot Shaw stepped in, another big fight. Don't know if you mentioned that yet. Yeah, I talked about that. Yeah, for sure. I do like Neri. Yeah, Neri. Yeah, Neri versus Zach is a good fight. That's a good fight. Smash the like button. I appreciate that, bro. That's a good fight. And I hope that fight get made. That's a WBC eliminator too. So, yes, sir. Yeah, I like that. I want to see what happened at 140 because we got Regis, we got Playo as a champion. We got Josh Taylor. Josh Taylor got Calderon coming up. Regis Prograis. He looking to have a hometown fight. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking it's probably uh, Lipinets, somebody like that. I think it's Lipinets turned down the Richardson Hitchens fight for February the 4th. So maybe he got something bigger. Jamel showed good improvements as he was primarily trained by Johan Guzman last fight. Yeah, no, yeah, that's facts. He was doing a lot of stuff they practiced in the gym. He was doing that shit in the fight. Yep, no, I agree with you on that. Conlon versus Lopez. Man, I think either or. Um, I'm not sure if it's next though. If it's gonna be this year or next year on that weekend, St. Patrick's Day weekend, it's gonna be in Ireland because Top Rank has a card already setting up for looking like Orlando, which was a feature. We should see Robisa Ramirez versus Isaac Dalbe, vacant WBO. We should see Xander Zayas, and they're gonna load up all the Puerto Rican fighters on that card. So if it's gonna be the St. Patrick's Day, it's gonna be in Ireland, and that'd be crazy, crazy atmosphere. But Lopez, he might be still healing though, because that was a tough ass fight with with Josh Warrington. Just wait till Haney gets up there, the 140. Yeah, no, he should be up there pretty soon, and we're waiting for a date for them too. I mean, so top rank starting off the year real nice, real nice. They got a lot of dates coming up. They got January the 14th. It's looking like FA versus Stephen Shaw, good fight. They got January 28th, Brother BF versus Anthony Yard. They got February the 3rd, Navarrete versus Liam Wilson. Now I know we may be down on that fight because it puts him in Valdez, which I get it. But that's still gonna be an action-packed fight. Y'all gotta do your research on Liam Wilson. 11-1, 7 knockouts. He avenged his only knockout loss. Came back and got that back. He can punch. He can punch too. So we'll see. And Navarrete moving up to 130 is always questions. And Navarrete is not like the most. I don't know. He got a lot of flaws too. So he might get clipped with some shit. We'll never know. Uh, so we waiting to see if on February 25th if they make that Fury and Usyk fight, that's an undisputed fight. That's big. I don't think they got. Oh, March 4th they got Taylor and Calderon too. March the 11th is open, so I'm thinking March the 11th. Hopefully, fingers crossed. That's Haney versus Loma. So we'll have back-to-back fights like all month. The 18th, I spoke on that. That's supposed to be the return of Xander Zayas and Robisa Ramirez. And then March the 25th, they have Jose Ramirez headlining a show in his hometown. They said it was Richard Comey. It could be somebody else. And then April the 1st, Top Rank has a card in Tulsa. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's the weekend of the Final Four. So it might be just a little small time show with some prospects. So Top Rank is coming out with it. You know what I'm saying? Top Rank coming out with it, so yeah, I like that. I like when these guys have their schedules, already. Is Jose really fighting Comey? I mean, that's why I heard him around the curve, but it could be somebody else. I don't know. Can you give a little clarity on Ramirez? Yeah, I can. So that's the purse split if it went to purse bid. These guys wasn't even really negotiating though. They haven't been ordered to negotiate. So it's really, to me, it's kind of crazy that he turned down the fight without entering negotiations, because you can make a deal. You can make a deal. So it is 60, 65, 35 for the champion. They could have worked something out, like the same thing they did with Virgil Ortiz. He getting 25% of the purse, but Golden Boy is going to plus up his purse. You know what I'm saying? The standing owners. Uh, I'm pretty sure Top Rank could do the same thing, or just make a deal. If he looking at himself as the A side, Jose Ramirez. Okay, make an offer to Regis Program. Make an offer. You got the platform, you got the network, but he didn't. They didn't even do that. So they basically ducked the fight. They didn't even give it the opportunity to negotiate. So that's what it is, really. And they don't respect Regis as a champion, because, I mean, that's what the WBC put forth. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they ain't like the split, then you could have made a deal. You could have made a deal and not been disrespectful to the champion and still make your bread. You know what I'm saying? The 60 that it's only 65-35 when it go to purse bid. It didn't even have to get there. The fight haven't been ordered yet. So it's really like he trying to trick fans. Don't fall for that shit. Them dudes wasn't trying to make that fight. And then they say he signed with the wrong promoter and this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy. But yeah, that's what it is. He said Lopez said he would never rematch Josh because Josh was a third fighter. Yeah, I seen that article. And yeah, he went through a lot in that fight. He went through a lot. My man Kyle in the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute. Salute to you, bro. Nah, he went through a lot in that fight, bro. So I ain't mad at him. He said he called me straight whatever, like a dog. Man, he might get that opportunity. Totally right, making an offer. That's so disrespectful. Jose. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, they didn't even give it an opportunity. So it makes it seem like you don't want to fight Regis. Like, y'all guys didn't even. And now, I heard what he said about the business part, and he makes sense. But he turned down 2 title shots this year, not one. So I just want to make sure when people they go in at Buzz head, rightfully so, y'all gotta get it Jose Ramirez too. I think Jose Ramirez is a little worse. He turned down two title shots. And we know the Buzz shit was gonna be a hard situation because we already knew the egos involved in that shit. And Regis and Jose Zepeda, they supposed to fought in 2018. Long time ago. You know what I'm saying? So the engine ain't gonna be the same though. It ain't gonna be the same. We gotta worry about Bomac and shit going to the gym and shit. Facts. Ramirez and his manager was making hella excuses. Then Jose said he won't. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm pretty sure the WBC would have been cool with that if you presented that shit to the WBC or to Regis or to whoever. You just said, "Nah, we ain't taking 65. We ain't taking 35. We out." To me, they were looking for a way out. And then he already had a fight date already. So y'all remember, a lot of people was getting on Bud. Yo, you had Avanesian in the back pocket already when you was negotiating with Bud. I mean, was negotiating with Spence. Same thing with Jose Ramirez. How that date come out so quick? March 25th in Fresno. Richard Comey. But you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be quiet though. Nobody wants to fight Rigoro. I mean, shit, looking like that. I think it's gonna be Lipinets though. My man William. I think it's gonna be Lipinets. And it's interesting at the WBC convention. A representative for PBC was asking to leapfrog Jose Ramirez. Jose Ramirez was number 3. They was asking to make Lipinets number 1 and make Gary Antoine Russell #2. Now, and the WBC was like, nah, they said Jose Ramirez got next. Hindsight 2020, they should have did that shit if he turned down fights. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, also sounds as if Top Rank are not on the best terms at the current. Yeah, he and Top Rank, maybe so, maybe so, bro. I mean, he had a lot of good opportunities, man. So we'll see, man. I know Ramirez, to me, I feel like he almost out the game. When you start talking like that, the business part and like overly stressing that, he might be on his way out. I don't know if that fight happened. I don't know. I mean, they if they said Top Rank don't want to deal with Pro Bellum, don't want to negotiate with Regis Prograde with Jose Ramirez. Why would they negotiate with Teofimo, who is fragile right now? If AB win that fight, if AB win, that's his next fight. We'll see. We gotta see if we get in the rankings. We gotta see if we gonna make the weight. It's a lot of shit. That shit sounds good. It sounds real good. But he got to at least have a fight close to that weight. They had it set up for him to do that. He was gonna be he fought eliminator for Omar Figueroa, but you know what I'm saying, he didn't make it to the fight. Will he make it to the fight? Like, it's a lot of questions. Like, I know AB, whatever, but that shit sounds good. You know what I'm saying? That shit sounds real good. But if he look good and do his thing, I can see them trying to make that fight. Be okay. Regis can go over there and do that fight. Maybe that'd be a good solid fight for Regis. But I mean, we gotta see. Just like everybody say, AB don't never let his hands go. So I'm like, shit, is he gonna make the weight? What is the weight? What's the weight? I don't know the weight for him and Red Cash. Is Rolly Playo next? Man, I heard about that shit. We'll see. We'll see. I think that could be next. Jose Duck. Yeah, I think it's a duck to me. But versus Blair Cobbs next, I doubt it. I doubt it. The only way he'll fight Blair Cobbs is if the Spence fight don't happen. I mean, shit. Look, listen. But supposed to have a mandatory due in May. That shit will get bypassed if we get the Spence fight. When looking at those rankings, the top three guys, 1, 2, and 3. You got Boots. No, you got Virgil, Boots, and Keith Thurman. Number 4, you got Alexis Rocha. Alexis Rocha may get an opportunity for Blair Cobbs. Let's keep it a buck. I think that Blair Cobbs shit is that shit is talk. If you out the game, then retire. Yeah, I think he out, bro. We'll see. Top Rank is questioning Pro Bellum ties with Kinahan and a deal for the reason they can't put it out. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So they're gonna do the same thing for Teofimo. I think that fight get done. I hope it's February 25th, but I know that fight is pretty much done in principle. It's between. We'll see, because they trying to do Lomachenko and Haney undisputed, and they're trying to do this fight. Both of those fights is basically done per se. They're just trying to get the dates and get the money right for it. So I would say this one will go first. I would say this one will go. I'm gonna say either February 25th or March 11th. I think they're gonna push Haney and Lomachenko back to May. Gut feeling. I think he sees the champs right now and don't want no smoke. Man, maybe so, bro. Maybe want to cash out. Because I think he got like a minimum with Top Rank, like 1 point something. So he can fight Richard Comey for 1 point. Let's say it's 1.3. Richard Comey for 1.3. He can go fight whoever else next at 1.3. But now if he take the split, he might make 1.3 for that split. So business wise, I feel him. But as like a guy that said he want undisputed, he want to do this, he want to do that. I just didn't like the language because he said, "Oh, I didn't know who Regis was 3 years ago. I fought the best guys, and Regis fought the best guys too. Regis did, and the guys that you compare him to, he did better than you did. Josh Taylor, we could have went the other way and gave that to Regis. Zapata, I mean, Regis didn't go life and death with no Zapata. He stopped him late, and he was winning that fight clearly. Look at the fight that Ramirez had with Zapata. Life and death. It could have went either way. So that's why I don't get what he's talking about. It make it sound like, you know what I'm saying, he ain't he beat Hooker. Okay. Hooker fought Flanagan. That was a close fight. I was surprised Hooker got the decision in the UK. And then Regis fight Flanagan. And that was, you know what I'm saying? He dominated him, dropped him, dominated him. So you can't say that's the same level of competition. You can't say, well, Regis, I'm fighting all these top guys, but Regis not. They're not respecting him as a champion, bro. That's just what it is. They don't respect his name, what he brings to the table. Because anybody else, Jose Ramirez fought, they don't bring the shit that Regis bring. The type of top guy that won 140, other than Josh Taylor, and Josh Taylor beat him. So that I ain't like that shit. He trying to assault my intelligence though. He said Jose Ramirez supposed to be at 140. We'll see. Like I said, the fight week shenanigans. Let's see. Tell me when the last time AB made 140. Let me know. Everybody in the chat. If y'all didn't go to box rate real quick. But off the top, I think shit. Was it Mikey? I think it was Mikey. So that was like what, 2017, 2018? Come on, bro. I don't believe that shit. You gotta show me. He at least has to make weight. It's been years. That's what I'm saying. Do you know who AJ is fighting? No, I don't know, but I know they're trying to make the Dylan White fight. I know Oliver Wallen was trying to get the fight. Oliver Wallen is taking a tune-up fight on the undercard of Showbox. You know what I'm saying? He taking a tune-up fight on the undercard of Showbox January the 20th. So I'm not sure if it's him. It may be Jermaine Franklin. Maybe he get that opportunity. But I think they may go straight to Dylan White. We'll see. I've been saying that Bud isn't going to fight Spence no matter how much money they offer. I don't know. We got to see if these guys can get together and negotiate in good faith. Also, who do you think Spence's opponent is first quarter? I think it's Bud. I'm still one of the ones that's saying it's Bud because I just feel like that fight gonna happen. I think it gotta happen, but probably be Keith Thurman. Mr. Mechanical in the building. What's good with you, bro? I like to see Spence and Thurman. Yeah, that'd be a good fight too. I'm with it. 140 also is a money division. They then pissed out for the smoke. I mean, but right now 140 is deep. It's a deep, dangerous division. I think it's deeper than 147. Honestly, you can go 20 deep. You can't go 20 deep with at 147. So maybe it's not the money division, but it's a hell of a division. Appreciate that, bro. He said 140 is if cesspool mean good, I'm with you. It's a hell of a division. It's been a long time. Yeah, Mikey Garcia. He came in 138. The narrative is that Jose Benavidez is a bigger draw because he sold out his hometown. You mean Jose Ramirez? Yeah. He sold out his hometown. That's facts. But I mean, I don't know, bro. I just feel like if this was if it was another champion, they wouldn't have no problem. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't be no issue about no split. If this is Alberto Playo, they wouldn't have no issue. They'll take the split and keep it pushing. He said, okay. Now I got you, bro. I know what you meant. It's all good, bro. He said, do you think the IBF will call the mandatory? No, my bad. I'm fucking up. Do you think the IBF mandatory will be called after Booth's fight? Nah, it's gonna be called after Spence fight. So that's a misconception. So Spence already got the okay to fight whoever he want next. So after Spence fight, so that's why when people do this reporting shit, they gotta make sure they put it right because you can confuse a lot of people that rocking with you. So what it is, it's 120 days after Spence fight. So Spence can fight and let's say Spence fight. He said he might fight April, May, or June. Let's say June. He fight in June, right? So 120 days after June, that's what? That's the end of the year. That's 6 months, ain't it? I don't remember. I can't remember. No, that's 4 months. That's 4 months. So that's what? July, August, September, October. So October. So that's all the. So he gonna wait. He gonna fight January the 7th and wait all the way to October at the latest to face Earl Spence. Don't make no sense. I know people saying June and May. That's not facts. It's 120 days after Spence have his next fight. So what I see and what makes sense to me, you got Rashidi Ellis on that undercard. He's facing Ruben, what's the name? Roman Villa. Both guys moved up in the IBF rankings this past month. This is why I do this. They both 8 and number 9. The number 2 spot is vacant. Don't be surprised when on fight week they say this is an IBF eliminator. So that's gonna mean Booth's gonna have another fight maybe mid-year. So he'll keep him active. He need to fight. He can't be fighting once a year for one round and staying inactive and waiting for Spence. Spence ain't, man. Even if they order that fight, Spence is just vacated, or he'll find other. He'll do something else. He don't necessarily tie to that because of his pay status. You know what I'm saying? So it's we got to explain that shit better so everybody get the concept of it. And we, because now we're like, oh shit, June he got to fight. He got to fight Spence. No, it's 120 days after Spence fight. It ain't no telling when Spence gonna fight. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. But yeah, they're gonna eventually order that shit. And plus, this another thing too. The IBF interim, any interim champion, they got leeway. So that means they can defend the interim title up to a year. So the regular champion got time. You know what I'm saying? Now I know they can request it and request immediate mandatory. They can do that. I get it, but in their rules, they say they can defend the title up to a year. So it's a little fine print in the contract where they can say, "All right, bro, we just wait next year to order it." It's little shit. That's why we don't always get what we want because the business of boxing, bro. That's why. He said, "Do you know if Abatea is fighting CBS next?" That's what they've been talking about. I think so. I think Ja wins that. I always felt CBS is overrated. I think that is next. They supposed to have like a big, I don't know, stadium over there for in the hometown of CBS, and I think that's the one they want to do. And then I think Coley's fighting on Boxer. He's gonna face his mandatory, David Light. I like that fight, and I think he gonna get the first crack at a unification with the WBA champion, and then Richard Rapport. I'm not sure. Maybe he go down the WBC route, but then you got to deal with Don King. So maybe we'll see. But they doing like a little tournament out there in the cruiserweight division of boxing. I like that shit. Top guys definitely stands out always for the tops 15 and 17 in my opinion. 140. I think Regis Jose beats everyone. I don't know about that shit, bro. I don't know. Not after what I seen last weekend live at the Martin versus Rivera undercard. That dude Kim Sims is a problem. Kim Sims can beat them champions, bro. Like I don't know, and you ain't probably even thought about him. He probably got him like 18 for some shit. Kim Sims is the dark horse at 140. I think he'll have an opportunity to beat all those guys. I'm telling you, bro. Man, 140 is a better division top to bottom than 147. 147 got a lot of top. It's top heavy, but once you start getting in the teens, you got guys like Jamal James and Butiev and motherfuckers. What's the kid's name? Lucas San Maria, who beat Abel. You got Abel Ramos. Those guys right there, they ain't like 140. When you got guys like Sabir Matisse and these guys that's killers in that division. You got young guys like Richardson Hitchens, like you know what I'm saying? Like that division is loaded. That shit is loaded, bro. Case of War in the building. What's good with you, bro? He said, damn, so Boots will probably, bro. Probably. I'm just saying, that's just how the business works. That's just how it is. You know what I'm saying? And this the thing. Boots is not signed with PBC. He's just fighting on their programming. He's a guy that Espinoza rock with. So until he cross over that threshold, it's gonna always be like that. If Spence versus Crawford is to happen next, if not, people forget about it ever happened. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people are forgetting about it now, bro. Do you think we'll see Brother BF versus Bivol? No. See it soon? I don't think so. Because I'm gonna tell you why. Because Bivol, well, my bad. Brother BF got mandatories, so he's going to fight Yard. I expect him to beat Yard, and then his next mandatory is Callum Smith. You know what I'm saying? Callum Smith is fighting. I think Callum Smith gonna face Lennon Arthur in March, but we'll see. But so that means they'll probably fight in the summer or early fall. That's it. These guys not fighting more than 2 times a year. And Bivol is probably gonna face but Waxy and Canelo this year. That's it. So unless something happen, man, somebody get hurt, the luck of the draw go a certain way. I think we're not gonna get that this year. He said, "Thank you for clearing that up, big fish situation." Um, he's not tied to much anything really. Yeah, I think Spence probably can do whatever he want to do. You know what I'm saying? I think he can do whatever he want to do. Player versus Rolly. What happened, man? I don't know what's going on with that. It's supposed to be. I heard Player versus Russell for a long time, but then I seen Rolly pop into the new WBA rankings at 140. Like he ain't just doing that shit just to make it look pretty for no decoration. So we'll see. 140 is the best in boxing. I think so too. How far you think Frank Martin can go? I think he can challenge for a world title, possibly win it. I like him. I like Frank Martin. He's very talented, yo. He remind me of Gary Russell, Mr. Gary Russell. Don't forget about Dalton Smith at 140. Yeah, that's another good one. We're trying to see if he's gonna leave Matchroom and go to boxer. Maybe set up a big fight with Adam Azim down the road. That kid right there is maybe better than your favorite prospects that y'all been talking about. I know we big. A lot of people big on. I don't think Keyshawn a prospect, but they big on Abdullah Mason and a bunch of other kids. Shushu, a lot of these kids we got, and they some good fighters. Adam Azim can be a star in the sport. Y'all go check him out. That kid. Actually, I rate Adam Azim higher than those guys as far as prospects right now. I mean, you gotta watch the tape. He running through he running through these guys. He got special power and he got a hell of a coach. Y'all watch out for Al Mazin. Ask Cal Hughes, Kenny Sims. Yeah, no, he's nice. Got an interview. Okay, that's what's up. No, for sure. No, Kenny Sims can beat the champions, bro. After what I've seen, he can beat those champions. He'll give Regis some issues. Now Regis got that power and got a good chin, but he can box well. Ken Sims nice. I wish they would show his fight, but he can fight. He said Pierce, yeah, she going up to 35 for a fight. She haven't ruled out 130 though, so I got to put that out. If she can get the big fight with Choi or Baumgartner, a rematch with Alicia Baumgartner. So yeah, I don't think she's staying for good. I'm sold on Amazon. He has infinite potential. Yeah, bro. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Dark Horse at 135. Oh yeah, Tito. Yeah, we see. Let's see if we can get some big fights. Might have to sign with a promoter or some, or a big time promoter to see if we can get the fights. But we'll see. It's a lot of good guys at 135 as well. Young guys. This kid, Mercado, Mortaya. And Mortaya should be back March 25th on the undercard of Jose Ramirez. And he trying to get Nakathia. It's a lot of good stuff, man. Also time for Brian Norman. Yes, sir. I think he's gonna debut at 147, maybe creep down to 40. But we'll see. His opponent should be announced pretty soon too. So that's good. What's up with more Tyler? Yeah. I think it's Nagathea. I think it's Nagathea. Yo, funny story, yo. He said, "Oh, perfect. Funny story." So I went to the Janabek fights, Nisa Estrada, all that shit, and Gabe was on the undercard. So like, Pizza, he won't in the corner. You know, that's Robert Garcia's son. He came and sat beside me, right? So we watching the fight and shit, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, yo, I think, hey, maybe Nakathia may be next. And he like kind of laughed it off. And then in the ring, my man called out Nakathia. And I looked at him and was like, see? And they didn't start laughing and shit. So it is crazy, like, how I be coming up with that shit. I ain't gonna be lying. I be watching guys fight. I be like, yo, he can fight him next, bro. That makes the most sense. But it was real cool though, because he was asking me about. He was like, "You that guy to be doing the rankings and shit." I was like, "Yeah, bro, I got you." And you know what I'm saying? When I say, I just thought that shit was funny because soon as I like, not soon as I said it, but like maybe a couple of minutes when the fight was over, then here he go calling out the same guy I mentioned to him. So that's how we doing, bro. We trying to pick these fights for sure, for sure. But yeah, it's crazy, bro. The longer it takes for Bivol, bro. Yeah, no, that's facts, bro. BLB. Listen, bro. BL. This is the time for Yard to get him. He 37. He coming off a knee surgery. We're not sure how quick as how he gonna be. He always take long layoffs. He had a shoulder injury and all type of shit. So yeah, bro. The longer it prolongs, the more I favor Dimitri Bivol. To be honest. Yeah, bro, it's crazy. Like I said, yo, when I go to the fights, bro, it ain't no drama. We just anybody can come holler at me and shit. We be talking and shit. We had a good time, man. That's how it be. Um, he said, "Who you got, man?" I think he going to UK to face Maxie Hughes, bro. They trying to do that eliminator for the number 2 spot in the IBF, but Pitbull Cruz trying to fight for the. I don't know how they're gonna do that, but I think he may go across the water and face Maxie Hughes. I can see that for him. Shakur versus Yoshino next. I think so. I think so. Like Shakur, I ain't gonna lie, Shakur kind of capping though. He know those guys won't go fight him. He knew Zepeda, Pitbull Cruz. He already knew that. He knew Cambosis. Come on. He should just went straight to the Japanese guy and you don't have to trick nobody. But yeah, I think that's gonna be the one. They're just waiting on confirmation. I think that's the fight for him. He said Yard said Yard about to get nothing but a beating. Yeah, bro. I mean, I like Bro BF in the fight, but Yard can punch. Hey, we'll see. I think Bro BF gonna beat him up and probably stop him late. That's really a good fight. Yeah, I think that's what they looking for, man. He said same thing with Bivol. Man, I don't know. Bivol a little bit more tricky. Hot boxing man, what's good with you, bro? He said everyone's scared of Shakur. It's a damn shame. I think Yoshino gets it next. Yeah, I think he get it too. What's the next fight you going to, man? It looking like Charlo versus Tim Tszyu. That's what it's looking like, but I don't know yet. We'll see. They don't want to get embarrassed, yeah. So he said Joe Smith Jr. Could punch. Yeah, the Terminator 6. Man, well, that was a different type of fight, though. My man he tried to run in against Brad BF. That was a different type of strategy. I seen what Yard gonna try to do though. If you watch this last fight, that shit was worthless to me. But I seen what he trying to do. He trying to let Baturbiev come to him. He let the guy he was fighting. He was coming to him, and he was kind of pot shotting and counter punching. You know what I'm saying? Then he'll try to push him back, and he was trying to mix it up like that. But the thing is, if you let Baturbiev get a head full of steam, you ain't go. That's it. You know what I'm saying? He was fighting in the shoulder roll and shit like that. So he was kind of just waiting and trying to counter punch. I can see him trying to do that, but he gotta be careful with that because BF has tricky hand speed, and he hits you wherever he hits you at, it hurts. So if he touching you, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know if that game plan gonna work. He might have to try to push BF back and make him think. So we'll see. Actual facts in the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute. Say what's up, fam? What's good with you, bro? I respect Haney as a fighter, but he has to stop spilling his negotiations on social media. I think all fighters do, but no, I agree though. You know what I'm saying? All fighters do that. He said Joe had the other choice, but Rush better be yeah. Yeah, bro. He had no other choice. Man, I thought he could have boxed because I was thinking he was gonna try to box a little bit more early because he had did that in previous fights, but he just ran in there like shit. Like he didn't believe the power of Baterbia. He said it's a shame that Joe Smith, bro. Man, you see me trying, right? I've been trying, bro. I've been trying to get these good fights for these guys, for the fans, for us, and these promoters ain't trying to do it. You know what I'm saying? They ain't trying to do it. I put that fight out, man. They knocked that shit down. You know what I'm saying? That's a hell of a fight. Joe Smith is number 5 in the WBO. Hot Rod is number 6. You know what I'm saying? They can, I don't know. I'm trying to help out the sport of boxing, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to drop the knowledge and shit. Hope that shot lands. He said Yard is going to get destroyed. Man, I think he's going to do better than what people think, but I think it's going to be once like going down the stretch. I think he's going to end up getting tired and get stopped. What's the chance Wilder and Joshua happen? Man, shit. I want to be a positive boxing fan and say it happened in the fall, but I don't think it's gonna happen, bro. I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't think that fight may ever happen, man, and that's a shame. Too many egos, bro. I see y'all just trying to survive after the 4th round after he hits Brother BF with his best shots. Yeah, we'll see. Like Yard can punch too, though, and we seen Brother BF down. I just want to see. See, this is the thing. I think he's gonna be trying to save his stamina to the back half of the fight. So he probably ain't gonna fight that hard or have a big output, throw a lot of punches because he's gonna be saving his gas tank for the end of the fight. And I think while he trying to do that, he's gonna get clipped with some shit. He's gonna find himself in a hole because Brother BF can just beat you with a hard, stiff jab. He can go to the body. He can hit you with right. He can do whatever. He a big puncher. So he may have to kind of put it on Brother BF. That's why I see. But we'll see. He may try to survive if he employ that tactic, just waiting on Brother BF to be a counterpuncher. So shit, you may be right. For real, bro. So yeah, that's what it is, man. So I'm about to close it out, man. I appreciate everybody coming to the building. Make sure you guys hit the like button if you haven't already. You can also find me on my social media, Twitter at OverJ, Instagram L Does Boxing. So I'm gonna try to go live for remainder of the year because we don't got no boxing like that. So we're gonna have different topics, man. I had the link in the chat earlier, man, but ain't nobody come on. But maybe next time I get some guys on and we can talk this boxing. It's all good. I'll try to be back tomorrow. So if you guys are around, hit the notification. You know what I'm saying? Feel free to hop on. I'll drop the link. I probably got to start dropping the link more than one time, though. That's my bust. I started talking and I was going back and forth with you guys and I forgot about that shit. I could just have you guys on. Y'all just let me know what y'all think anyway. So that's my bust. So we can get it popping tomorrow, and then whenever I go live, make sure you guys tap in for sure. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's my buzz, Vivi. I messed that up. It said peace, fam. I can always make it up though. I make it up. Peace. I appreciate you guys coming through. And so I hopped in too late. I would have got my bus, yo. I should just put the link back in the chat though. As people was coming in, I should just drop the link. But you live and you learn. Most definitely, bro. I'll drop them. Okay, yeah, for sure. I'm just hit the notification, man. I got you guys for sure. Yeah, that's what I gotta do. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Appreciate that, yo. That's why I need you guys in the chat. So I want to salute everybody coming through, man. Hope you guys have a good holidays and all that shit. But we'll be back tomorrow, man, to talk about more topics and whatever you guys bring to the table. It's all good, man. So salute to everybody. That's my time, and I'm out.